Hello, this is Carmen Murray with Healthy Teachers, Healthy Classrooms. I wanted to pop in and have a brief conversation on the idea of care factor when we are working in groups with students. I got this from the leadership group that I worked with in the past, the Rocky View Leadership Academy. We were at one of our field days, and this was introduced, this idea of care factor. And so when we work in groups in students in classrooms, sometimes these students just want to be seen and heard. It doesn't matter that their idea ends up on the board. They want to be seen and heard. And so how do we teach other students to listen to them so that they do feel seen and heard? And then how do we bring in this idea of the care factor? So if we are doing a group project and Joe over here couldn't care less about the words that were on the page or on the poster, but he is really excited about the images and creating the images, he's probably not going to weigh in on the words unless he needs to be seen or heard, and he might not care about it. So when we're doing group work, it's a really good idea to talk to students about care factor. Do you care if the background color is blue? Do you care if it's orange? Or are you just arguing for the sake of arguing? So talking about this idea of care factor, are you really passionate about this project? Or is this just something you're going to show up and you're going to be like the muscle for it and do the coloring and the writing because your writing is neat? But you don't really have a high care factor of what you're actually writing. And so this is a really good concept to think about for yourself when you show up in places, but also teach your students so they're not just arguing to argue. And this is super, super helpful in your classroom as you navigate group projects. And sometimes it's helpful to start with 2 and then build up to 3 and 4 so that they build that skill slowly and they can practice it. So have fun trying out care factor and having this conversation with students and see if it changes your group dynamics. I would love to hear in the comments below if it does and how it turned out. Know that it might be a disaster and nothing might change on the first few times that you talk about it and encourage students with it, but then they might start to get, oh, I don't actually care about that, but I really care about this. So they're going to put their attention where they care. Have an amazing day and all that you're up to. Remember, you matter. Thanks for all you do.